2 days ago, the United States Department of Justice announced one of the biggest takedowns in the history of financial cybercrime. $700 million in cryptocurrency seized, gone. 503 fake investment websites shut down overnight. And two men, Chinese nationals who ran a compound in Southeast Asia where workers were beaten, tortured, and forced to steal billions of dollars from Americans, were arrested and charged. But here's part of the story that nobody's talking about. The people doing the scamming, they didn't want to be there either. Before we get into the takedown, you need to understand exactly how the scam works, because there's a very good chance someone you know has already been targeted. It's called pig butchering. Here's how it works. You get a message, maybe on Instagram, maybe on a dating app, maybe even a wrong number text. Someone friendly, attractive. They start building a relationship with you over days, sometimes weeks. Then, casually, they mention they've been making incredible returns on a crypto investment platform. They offer to show you how. They walk you through it. You put in a small amount of money and you actually see it grow on screen. So you put in more and more until one day you try to withdraw and the platform locks you out. Customer service stops responding and every dollar you put in is gone. According to the FBI's own data, Americans lost over $7.2 billion to the specific type of scam in 2025. That's up 24% from the year before. And that number only counts people who actually reported it. Most victims are too embarrassed to come forward. We're talking about people who liquidated their 401ks, people who sold their homes. One elderly victim, the FBI identified was surviving on disability payments, and he already started cutting into money he needed for food. And it's getting worse every year, because the people running these operations have turned scamming into a huge industry. Here's what most people don't realize. The person on the other end of that message, the one who spent weeks building trust with you, is probably sitting in a heavily guarded compound in Southeast Asia. They work 15-hour shifts, doing it against their will. These compounds are massive. Some cover over 500 acres. They look like small cities from above. Multi-story buildings, barbed wire, armed guards at every entrance. According to a United Nations Human Rights Report published just this year, at least 300,000 people from 66 countries have been trafficked into these operations. Most of them were lured the exact same way their future victims were lured, with a fake job offer. Customer service representative, IT technician, data entry, good salary, legal work. They get on a plane, and when they land, their passport is taken, they're brought to the compound, and they're told the new job is to scam people out of their life savings, or face the consequences. Workers were fined for failing to meet daily scam quotas, fined for falling asleep, fined for watching videos unrelated to work. Their $500 monthly salary was systemically wiped out through a relentless fine system, leaving them with nothing and no way to pay their way out. Morning assemblies, according to UN investigators, often included low-performing teams being publicly tortured as a warning to everyone else. The industry generated an estimated $43.8 billion a year in the Mekong region alone.